HOD, or the head of department, is the final arbiter when it comes to that.
What's wrong with it?
No, it takes away the authority, particularly.
It does.
It says,
let me read it for you again. It does.
Right,
It says the bill proposes a code of conduct developed by a school must be sensitive to cultural beliefs and religious observance. It does.
Problem is the introduction of sex education at schools.
What about it? Say it. What about it?
Chances are what you heard about the BELA bill, you probably heard it for someone who hates it and who's been talking about it. The problem that we're having about the BELA bill is, including myself, I've never had someone who fully unpacks it. I've made requests to go and speak to an education specialist and to understand what the BELA bill is about. And I've also spoken to the chairperson of the portfolio committee, who has also agreed to come here and sit down. But with my ignorance and other people's ignorance, I've realized that the problem we have with the BELA bill is people who hate it, who hate some parts of it, are trying to convince others who generally do not know or who have not went through it to understand it. But here's my interactions with the people that I've listened to on the public consultation.
Tatan Minjan.
Miko, although I don't speak that language, but Miko.
Mifukin.
I'm Fukile.
Cancer. Please tell the audience who are you and where you from and what you represent.
All right. Kenankwana wahankwana. All right. Kenankwana wahankwana. Kenamo Sushanguve. I'm part of the community. I am a member of Action SA, and I'm also a part of the leadership in Soshanguve.
We are here to understand what the BELA bill is going to impact our kids. So I've been asking everyone a straight question. What in the BELA bill, which amendment, which section, which clause you have a problem with? This document has clause 1 to 54. Which amongst them gives you problems?
Yeah, I've got a problem with the following. I'll just read what with the one relating to religion.
Yes.
And
Can I read it for you? Or you want to read it?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay.
With regard to religion, the bill proposes that a code of conduct be developed by a school and must be sensitive to cultural beliefs and religious observations. In other words, the bill does not encourage religious practice at school. Instead, it leaves it to the school to decide.
Okay, wait there. Let's discuss it. What is the problem with what you read?
I just mentioned it. I said the bill does not give directive as with regard to religion.
It
particularly
does.
It says,
let me read it for you again. It does.
Right,
It says the bill proposes a code of conduct developed by a school must be sensitive to cultural beliefs and religious observance. It does.
Now let me explain.
It's simple English. It says it's simple English. It says the school will have to be sensitive to whoever, from cultural to religious. What do you want the bill to do?
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let me state why I say I've got a problem.
Okay.
Government or the government's supposed to be clear. You know, the law must be clear to say what needs to be done. But in this case, the law absorbs itself and say, no, you will make a decision.
Of course, and it's true. Because remember, South Africa recognizes all religions and all cultures. The law of South Africa does not tell anyone to observe a cultural or a religious dogma. this law is consistent with the constitution. What is the problem with it?
I would have been happy if the bill was saying, oh, the law must be clear to say that religious education must be conducted at all schools. It does not say should be.
No,
Say
but
we must decide.
It doesn't stop you, yes.
No, in other words, if you don't want what cause?
Of course, that's
But,
democracy.
okay.
Agree if you don't want education. So let me give an example. We are in Soshanguve, right?
Yeah.
If 95% of people in Soshanguve want Busangoma to be taught at their schools to observe that, people in Lotus, in Lodiam and Valala want Islam to be taught.
Yes.
What is the problem with that? Because that's free determination. Those people want this one.
No, I'm
and
saying
those other ones want that one. What is the problem?
I say it should be explicit and say you can practice the religious education or religion and culture must be practiced. You say that.
It says observance.
It should be practiced, and it must further says that every community must make their own decision.
What you're complaining about is what you just read. It is covered in what you just read. Okay, let's pass this one because we're disagreeing.
Okay.
Another one that you think you have a problem with?
Sale of alcohol at school premises.
Okay, let's see. Which clause is it?
Okay.
From this official document, what clause is it? Because I want to read it from...
Okay. Let me go specific.
Because this one is pre-prepared for you. I
no.
want the one that comes from
The
Gauteng
act itself,
legislature.
the
Yes,
act itself,
yes.
or the bill
Yes.
itself.
If you don't find it, it's fine. You can read yours.
All right. It's, with regard to sale of alcohol at school premises, the clause provides for possession, consumption, or sale of liquor during any private or religious function held at school premises, and I do not agree to that.
What act says here? What act says so? What amendment to anything that says so?
No, this is what it says here. It's
Yes.
actually yes.
Because
it says,
I want us to quote it here.
yeah, no,
You can't find it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll
we'll go back to that.
Yes.
Ne?
Okay.
I'm saying no
I
to
don't
this.
want you to push me because we're shooting off camera.
All right, sorry.
Yeah. Another one. Let's leave that one because we don't find it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
With regard to language policy, I also do not agree that because it says that it is amending Section 6 of SASA to provide for school governing body to submit the language policy of public school. This is how it is today. But now they're saying that according to the bill, that the policy, the HOD or the head of department is the final arbiter when it comes to that.
What's wrong with it?
No, it takes away the authority of me as a parent and the SGB to decide on the policy. Look, if I know that
Are you a member of the SGB?
I've been the member of SGB all along.
Tell me.
Not currently.
Okay. Tell me. I don't know where you were a member. If it was an African school, what is the process of changing that African school into a Sesotho school?
No, let me say that to be able to change, you need to look at the general population.
That is red tape. That is red tape. 1976, kids were killed because they didn't want to learn in Afrikaans. When the new dispensation came, it allowed the schools, the school governing bodies, through the SASA Act, to be able to determine for themselves what they must do. Do you know why we still have majority Africans learners in South Africa even now? It is because that thing is a pipe dream. The bureaucracy is very difficult to go through. If majority of people wanted, they would have gotten rid of Afrikaans. And it's a failure. It's a failure of getting rid of Afrikaans. That's why that law is there. That's why I'm asking you, what is the problem with it?
No, let me start here at home.
Yes.
All right. I cannot go and impose an Afrikaans at our community, because majority of people here don't speak Afrikaans.
They
But-
still learn Afrikaans in school.
No, but as a subject, not as a medium of instruction.
They don't want it as a subject. I'm talking about here in Soshanguve.
No.
If we live here, the next
We've
school
got a choice.
we are gonna find.
No.
Listen to me. We are gonna find a school that teaches, that offers Afrikaans as a subject. Majority of those people, if we were to ask them in a democratic process, they would not want Afrikaans to be taught in their school.
No, we've got a choice not to.
It's but that
We've
choice,
got a choice.
the intricacies and the bureaucracy, the red tape involved in making in enjoying that choice is far beyond easy.
I have not seen that. I'm saying that there's a lot of schools that you choose that this is the subject that you want. You choose.
But the choice, I'm telling you, it's a pipe dream.
You know, okay, well, you say that.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you what I find to be real problem. Not even there.
Okay.
The real problem is whereby the majority of learners are speaking a particular language, but then we saying no, change that language. Let's say, for instance, you go to Voortrekker UFS.
Yes.
Ne? Or no, not actually, it's not a good example. There's a school next to it, which I've discovered that school, the major African speaking.
Yes.
And then we go and say, no, change it to, say, Zulu. It does not make sense. The population should determine what language should the school use. And
What
that is
what
determined by
clause
the
what
parent.
clause in this BELA bill says that won't happen?
No, this one says, I refer to
I want you,
section 6.
I want you to understand.
I spoke to say, I referred
want
you
you
to
to
section 6.
understand, Nkwana. In Soshanguve, there are no African speakers.
Yes.
But kids are learning Afrikaans as a subject.
Yeah, they can change it.
Why do you think they failed to change it?
They must tell us. You see, you must ask now the school. Let's go to the school next door.
Okay, let's
go to the school next door.
Let's
no,
talk
no,
about-
but
now we are closing. Another clause.
yeah, my worry is that we don't conclude it. You see?
Okay, no. Okay, let's conclude it. Conclude it.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna
If
be
you
a
go to
final
a school next door,
Yes.
and then go and ask them, which languages are used here, and then they tell you. Suppose it includes Afrikaans. Then the next question is, why do you have Afrikaans at the school? Then they should either say to you, the parents have agreed to it, or something. If
That
not,
thing was never offered to them.
yeah, then there's a problem with.
That's why I asked you, were you ever in SGB?
Yes, I've been.
Have you ever offered, have you ever made a referendum of Afrikaans as a subject
At the
at
school.
the school that you were SGB?
Yeah, at Komoto. No.
Exactly. It was never offered to them. If it was offered to them as a choice,
Yeah.
either as a medium of instruction or as a subject
Yeah.
offered, let me tell you, they would have
Majority would not.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why I'm telling you that's the problem
Maybe-
with the status quo.
Yeah,
And
but
this
we must
very
learn. The problem is not the act. The problem is that we must teach the community that you've got a right to choose and decide on the subject.
Let's close it.
The act,
Let's agree to close.
the act says that you've got a right.
It's no longer workable in here. Let's agree to close.
All right.
Wait, the tape. I'm closing. I'm closing. But
Okay.
Can you allow me to close?
Now, before you, can I just mention, without saying much, just say this one and that one.
That's it.
The other one that's a problem is the introduction of sex education at schools.
What about it? Say it. What about it? Because this is clause 29. It says the SASSA amends section 61 of SASSA to extend the powers of the minister to make regulations on management of learner. That's the management of learner. Where does it say?
No.
Read yours. What does yours say?
Okay. Where was it's yeah, introduction of sex education in all its forms. As it is. Ne?
At life orientation, they are already teaching sex education
that's
as
the
we
one-
speak.
yeah, that's-
so what's wrong with
That's I say it's a problem. We don't need that.
that?
We don't need that. We need look. while I know that sex issues is a problem,
So that
just like pregnancy.
Do you agree that the problem that you are stating now has nothing to do with the BELA bill?
No, it is in the BELA bill. So
No. I'm saying the status quo still.
yeah, we need to change. It's not the only one that will need to be changed. That is
Okay.
not the.
Okay, the next one.
The next one is the one regarding abortion.
What does it say about abortion?
It says that the school should be given an opportunity, a right to abort, for a child to learn how to abort without consulting the parent. That's a problem.
The difficulty is if I'm saying state it, you are not going to state that thing. Because you probably had it someone who said it and convinced you that what the BELA bill says. If I say state it in the act, in the request for the amendment, you will not. The bill doesn't say so.
Okay, can you put exactly the way the bill puts it?
That's why I just read it. I just
Okay,
read it to
okay.
you. Because the minister is asking for regulation. That's all the minister is asking for. So let's do this. Because of time and recording, because the environment is not. I just want to check. Can we kindly close it?
No, okay.
I want you to say to your constituency, what is that you want to say?
I want to let my constituency know that I have stand here to defend the position not just of the party but of our society, of our country, so that the children are going to learn in a safer environment than what the bill is proposing.
Thank you very much.